Well, 'tis the political season. We'll start our show tonight with local politics. A disagreement over a ballot question that would help fund low-income childcare in St. Paul has boiled over, with Mayor Melvin Carter now making it clear that he does not plan to implement that plan, even if the voters of St. Paul say yes on the ballot to getting it done. Well, we wanted to know how that's possible. So Kent asked Mayor Carter why he was taking this strong of a stand. And then he talked to the St. Paul City Council member who feels just as strongly the mayor should back down and listen to what the voters say they want.
Yeah, Jana, the mayor vetoed this ballot question all the way back last summer, arguing that it amounts to a vague $110 million promise the city can't keep to low-income families. The city council overruled him anyway, and now the mayor says even if voters, quote, authorize the city to raise taxes, he doesn't actually have to. The 2024 Early Care and Learning proposal that's on St. Paul ballots right now is something Mayor Melvin Carter has railed against since the summer of 2023.
Even if this does move forward, there's just no scenario in which the city can administer this program as it's currently framed.
There's never been a claim that this would cover every single child on day one. This is to provide low-income families with free childcare and to make it more affordable for families above that.
That statement from Councilmember Rebecca Naker last summer after she helped override the mayor's veto is still central to their disagreement. The ballot question as written calls for a property tax increase, quote, so that early care and education is no cost to low-income families and available on a sliding scale to other families. But in a letter to the council, the mayor says this proposal would serve an average of only 404 children per year at a cost of $110 million in property tax increases.
If I'm a voter, I think if we vote yes on this, then childcare will be available in the city at no cost to low-income families. To say of the 20,000 low-income children in our city that we can make childcare available at no cost to, on average, 404 of them a year is a fundamentally different promise than what we're prepared to keep.
I think that the ballot question is really clear as to who is going to be eligible for the program. But I think that in any ballot question, you only have so many words and so much space. And that's why it's so important to have accompanying information that goes along with that ballot question.
Naker says that information is made more clear on a 48-page final report. And she says she and others advocating for it have also been clear with voters for more than a year.
And I'll tell you, Ken, as I'm talking to voters and I'm door knocking, I'm phone banking, voters are not confused about this issue. Let me be perfectly clear about that.
But the mayor is also clear that even if the public votes yes to authorize it, he's not planning to take them up on it.
I'm telling our community that based on my judgment, it can't be done. So we'll continue to do the work that we've been doing. If our voters say yes to this, they'll say yes to authorizing us, not directing it to be done. Those two are actually opposites.
I find it very alarming to hear an elected leader in a democracy say that he would not accept the results of an election. That's really concerning from a democracy standpoint to me.
The folks who put this plan together by ignoring every concern, by ignoring all of the input that my team and I have brought forward, those are the folks who should tell us what they plan to do if this passes. The council member seems to have essentially at this point a two-part plan. Number one is ignoring all of my input, and number two is counting on me to do all the work. They're going to need a better plan than that.
Councilmember Naker told me she and others did work with the city attorney's office when writing this ballot question, but the mayor pushed back when I asked him about that today, saying if they worked with someone in that office, it wasn't the actual city attorney, and he again repeated that they ignored concerns from other offices. Jana.
Now, Kent, we're in Minnesota, and in Minnesota language, that was heated between the two. I have a question. If the voters of St. Paul in November say yes to this, to authorizing this plan that the mayor says he's not going to go through with, are they still going to be taxed for it?
Well, that's where this ballot question comes into play. It authorizes the city to increase those taxes. It doesn't direct the city to do it. So that's where he's saying no, he wouldn't raise the taxes if he doesn't think it's something they can execute. I did ask him, though, throw out how many kids he thinks it should cover, even if they just cover the little bit in the $20 million per year, the 110 total. Will you work with that? He said it's theoretically possible that they could follow through with that, but it's certainly not something he's entertaining right now.
Well, it's a fight that's going on 2 years now. Kent, thanks for the latest on that. I'm sure we'll hear more come Election Day.